Welcome to the 322nd episode of the Reading and Writing Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Rutherford. Stay tuned for my interview with a special guest, 14-year-old author Vanessa Chen, author of the novel A Butterfly Universe. Stay tuned for the interview. Well, welcome back to the Reading and Writing Podcast. My guest today is Vanessa Chen, author of the YA novel A Butterfly Universe. Vanessa is unique because she's a published author and she's only 14 years old. Vanessa, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Well, if someone listening hasn't heard about your novel, A Butterfly Universe, yet, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as, your sort of typical adventure novel or fantasy and adventure. Basically, two best friends, they just go into an adventure together in a totally different sort of universe where they learn how to do magic, and then they discover this mystery that leads them to this entire family drama that may or may not decide the fate of the butterfly universe.
And do you remember the original idea that led you to write A Butterfly Universe?
Really, I was sort of just looking for an idea because I really felt the need to, start writing, to actually write a book in the hopes of, starting somewhere and becoming a better writer. I guess I initially just thought it was funny that what if there was some butterflies in a high school closing and opening lockers and just hanging out? I don't know. I just thought that image was kind of amusing.
And so have you always written outside of school, or is this something new?
I think, I first started writing in school, but that did inspire me to start writing out of school.
And what are your earliest memories of reading and books that you enjoyed?
Well, just like any other kid out there, as a little kid, my parents read me books at bed. And later on, I think it was in third grade, we were required to read about 15 minutes per day, which was kind of awful for some people, but there was this mini sort of library in the corner, and we were supposed to check out books from there. So that's what I did, and I just found out that I really liked reading.
And do you have favorite authors that you go back to and read?
I wouldn't say I have a favorite author. I'm not a very picky reader, so I sort of try to find a book that seems like it has an interesting plot.
If you're anything like me, dental insurance isn't something you think about a lot. However, when the unexpected happens, it can help you avoid a costly dentist bill. Spirit Dental and Vision has dental plans that offer affordable rates and no waiting periods for major services. That means you can get coverage for major services like dental implants, crowns, and bridges right away instead of waiting months for your coverage to kick in. Spirit makes it easy to find the dental plan that's right for you. With other plans, you could run into high deductibles, long waiting periods, and expensive procedures might not even be covered. Plus, for a limited time, Spirit is waiving the $25 application fee. Just use promo code SPIRIT2020 at checkout. If you're looking for dental coverage made easy, visit spiritdental.com/pod to gain a little peace of mind. That's spiritdental.com/pod to get a quote in about 60 seconds. spiritdental.com/pod.
Who are you texting?
My therapist.
You text with your therapist?
Text, video chat, call. Yep.
That sounds too easy. How did you find her?
I just went to betterhelp.com/save. She's a licensed therapist and it's all online. I connect when it's convenient for me and don't waste time driving anywhere. Plus, it's affordable.
I wonder if I should try it.
It's great to talk to someone in confidence. She's helped me sort out quite a few things. And right now you save 10% off the first month when you go through betterhelp.com/save.
betterhelp.com/save. Got it.
And I'll just pick it up and see what it's like.
And so what was the process you used for writing A Butterfly Universe? Did you have any kind of, did you write every day? What was that process like for you?
Admittedly, I was not very consistent with how I wrote, which is something I gotta get better at. Usually I sort of just waited for myself to become extremely motivated and try to write as much as I could during that time.
And so, if I'm not mistaken, this book was published through Story Monsters. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And how did that process work?
Basically, I sent Story Monster my first draft, and the editor Conrad, he pointed out plot holes and other mistakes, and I tried my best to revise the draft, and so.
And then they published it.
Yeah, we continued to try to edit the draft and stuff. We sort of sent it back and forth, and yeah, then we published it.
Gotcha. And are you writing another novel now?
Yes, it's still sort of in first draft works. But basically it's also fantasy, same as my last book, but I guess it doesn't really include fantasy as much. I mean, yes, there's definitely made up things in there, but it's more of something that's focusing really on the main characters and their development throughout the book.
So what books have you read recently that that you enjoyed a lot and that you would recommend or mention?
One sort of, it's not really a whole book. Well, it is, but it's like more of a short story called The Yellow Wallpaper. I think I picked it up once when I was really young, and I tried to read it, but then I sort of got a little scared because it's a little bit of a thriller, I guess. So I just sort of stopped reading it, but I picked it up again because I heard that it's really good. So I tried to examine it as much as I could. And although it's a little hard to read because it's a bit old, it's still really interesting. So I would recommend that.
Great. Where can people find A Butterfly Universe if they're interested in buying the book and checking it out?
They could order it online from Amazon.
Great. Well, again, we've been speaking with Vanessa Chen, author of the YA novel A Butterfly Universe. Go buy a copy of the novel now. And Vanessa, thanks for doing this interview with us.
No problem.
Great.
Did you know you could shop around for prescription prices? With GoodRx, you can find free coupons at over 70,000 pharmacies and save up to 80%. It's that easy. But don't just take my word for it. Dr. Adam says, I've been telling all my patients about GoodRx. Jacqueline says, my medication was $65 without insurance, but I paid $25. Aubriana says, you don't have to pay full price to live your best life. Couldn't have said it better myself. GoodRx is 100% free. Download the GoodRx app today and start saving. GoodRx is not insurance.